Writing regular expressions is pretty straightforward as we saw in introduction video of this regular expression playlist, but writing it formally has, well, some formalities. The formality is primarily required to allow you to specify flags that control the behavior of regular expression parsing engine. I am Ali from Learn Awesome, and in this video we shall look at proper syntax for writing regular expressions with and without flags, and learn what flags are available and how they control the behavior of parsing engines. If you were paying close attention, you must have noticed that regular expression we were typing in our test website were enclosed in forward slashes, one before and one after. This is the proper way of writing a regular expression where your pattern string is enclosed in two forward slashes, here and here, or in our presentation slide, here and here. This allows you to do some interesting things with the entire regular expression, like apply some processing flags on it. We shall look at the flags a little bit later in the video. For simple discussion or quick testing a regular expression, let's say informal use of regular expression or discussion on Stack Overflow, you don't bring up these boundary slashes unless required due to flags. So AB static C enclosed here or in here ab.static yz is a perfectly valid regular expression with assumed boundary slashes and default flags. However, if you are using regular expression in code, let's say JavaScript, then they are required since a formal language requires formal syntax. Let's focus on JavaScript syntax for a few seconds before moving on, as this is where most of the regular expressions are written for and consumed. Note that in this video, I will go over the flags and provide some JavaScript related usage context. However, we shall also see non-JavaScript uses in, say, our regular expression test website as well. So in JavaScript, you can declare a variable to contain regular expression like const regex equal to ab static c or const regex equal to ab static c with a g flag. Later has a global flag explicitly defined as an instruction to JavaScript engine. Note that there are no double quotes like strings involved. And this is because JavaScript has built-in support for regular expression syntax and would happily allow these statements. The other way to declare a variable for regular expression is to use a built-in class available in JavaScript, especially for regular expressions, called regex, and the usage is like these two statements, one without and one with the G flag. Both have the same meaning with a global flag defined on one and missing in the other one. Regexp might create an instance of regexp class with a bunch of useful methods to match, parse, execute, test, and do other operations on regular expressions. More on that later. So what are those flags? Flags change the default behavior of regular expressions and make them interact with input text in a different way. They are applied after the final forward slash of regular expressions as a single character. And before going in details of each, it is necessary to say, please don't try to memorize them all right now. Regular expressions is a large and mature topic with a grand ecosystem. And our job, that is yours and mine in this video, is to become aware of capabilities. And then you will master later with practice and usage. You won't use all of these in life probably, so just be aware and look it up when it's required. The video has chapter navigation links on scroll bar and description, so feel free to skip any section you consider unnecessary or too much information. Right, so top of the list is G, which is default global search flag. It indicates that all regex operations are to be performed on entire input string, that is not just top on first match. Let's see that in action first in the website and then in JavaScript. So if I go here and these are the two forward slashes I was talking about, and the flags are mentioned here. So if I click here, you see a list of all the flags that are available, and currently global and multi-line are applied. So I'm going to switch them off. So I'm going to give it a try with our example without any global flag, and I'm going to say my regular expression is foo, and my test string is going to be foo example foo. Right? And we can clearly see there is one match at 0 index. However, we can see in the example text that there are two foo occurrences in our example test, but the regular expression did not find the other one. It found the first one and then stopped. Right? And that is because the global flag was missing. So let's see what the behavior is if we check the global flag on. And yes, once I turn the global flag on, we see two matches. All right, let's give it a try in JavaScript now. And to that, I'm going to go to the JavaScript. And here I have an HTML file in which I have defined a script tag referencing the JavaScript file, which I'm going to edit now. So here I'm going to define a regex with G variable, and I'm going to use the same one, foo/g, with a global flag, and I'm going to define a test string equal to foo example foo. I keep writing food, maybe I'm hungry. Okay, now we are going to perform a replace operation on this test string and see how it performs with and without the global flag. So to do that, I'm going to say foo removed with G equal to test string dot replace, and I'm going to use the regular expression overload of this function and pass the regex with G and replace the matches with an empty string. Okay. Next, I'm going to define another variable, this time a regular expression without the G flag. And this time I'm going to say foo removed without G equal to test string dot replace and regular expression without G and empty flags. Perfect. Let's see them in action. So I'm going to put a breakpoint here, go save the file, select the HTML, go to the run and debug, press the run and debug, and the breakpoint is hit. If I hover over the first variable, I see example with both foo prefixes and suffixes removed with the replace operation, and that was with the G flag. And for the other one, oh, it's not executed yet. So let's step over and check the value, and you can clearly see it removed only the first foo and left the other one just like in our regex test website. It didn't go past the first match. Right, that was it for the global flag. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, next up is the D flag, which can be used in combination with others like G. Indicates that we need additional information in form of indices of match substrings in our result. First, let's check in our regex website. And if I go here and in our flags list, here it is, the indices one with the D capitalized. So if I select this one, it says in the explanation that the JavaScript regex engine now returns the indices at which the regex matched in the subject string. So this is something JavaScript specific. So let's go to our JavaScript file and put that in action. So let's get rid of the previous one, the flag. Let's create the example for this. So I'm going to say regex with D equal to /foo/dg. So I'm going to use both D and G flags in this one. Right. Next, I'm going to create a variable match, and I'm going to say while match equal to regex with D dot execute, and this is going to execute the regular expression that we selected on the input string that I'm going to provide. So I'm going to pass in the test string, which is this one. I'm going to reuse that one and create a block here, and I'm going to say console log exec match dot indices. Okay, let's see what it returns. So I'm going to put a breakpoint here, save, restart, and it has reached here. So let's check the match side. So if I go here, it has the indices property now, which wouldn't have been there if we hadn't used the D flag. So if I expand this, we can say it has one entry which says 0 to 3. So basically it's pointing out that I found a match in 0 location of length 3. Right? If I continue, so it's gonna iterate because the execute function is going to iterate from the current position each time. So in this time, the indices should be different. So if I go here now, we see we have a new entry this time, and which is pointing to index 10 to 13. So if we look in our 10 string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it found this foo location and it's telling us that I found another match on indices 10 to 13. Okay, that was it for the indices flag. So just remember that this is going to be these indices properties are only going to be applied if deep flag is present. I can actually demonstrate real quick if they are not. So if I go this time, see, without the deep flag, there is no indices property present on this returned variable from execute. Okay, so I'm going to bring it back, Control Z, and move on to the next flag. So next is the I or ignore case flag, which indicates the search is to be performed in case insensitive manner. So test string of ABC and capital A, small bc, and a regular expression of capital ABC with the I flag is going to result in successful match, even though the cases don't match. But without the I flag, they are not going to work. So I'm just going to show it in the regex 101. It's straightforward. So not going to show it for JavaScript. So I'm going to disable this indices one, select the insensitive one. Oh, what a name, insensitive. All right. So this time I'm going to say capital foo and see it still have two matches, which are going to go away if I remove the insensitive flag. Without the insensitive flag, a capital F, foo with a capital F is not going to match anything. Here with insensitive flag, it's gonna find two matches. Okay, next is the S flag, also known as dot all or single line flag, which indicates that a dot wildcard should continue search beyond any new line character. Without this flag, a dot static operation, let's say in regular expression, would stop searching if it hits a new line character. So let's clarify this with an example. So let me head back to the regex 101 website, and let's say I say ab.static, and in here I say a b c d e f and g h I j k l. All right, now you can see it is only matching the first line and not doing anything in the second line, but that can all change if I let me turn this insensitive flag off and select the S flag. Here it is, single line. All right, you can see it now selected both lines, going beyond the new line character. If I, let's say, introduce a YZ and WXYZ here, it matches all the way to the end of the input string or the document, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's also try this in JavaScript real quick. So I go here, say S flag, regex with S flag equal to ab.static foo, and I'm going to add it with an S flag, and I say multi-line string equal to test, sorry, test ab/n foo. Okay, I used ab because our regular expression is going to start a match with ab, but then I'm going to introduce an /n, and dot static should stop working if it encounters this /n without the S flag. So let's see this in action if it works. So I say S flag replace result equal to multi-line string dot replace, sorry, replace and regex with S flag and empty string console.log S flag replace result. Okay. All right. In fact, let me copy paste it, make it without so that we can see both result. All right. Let's put breakpoints here and try it out. So reload, and we see that it only left the test part out of this test string and replaced all of this with empty string. And and if we step over, and see the result, you see without the S flag, it left the test string untouched because the test string would only fully match if A, B, and foo are both present for it to evaluate. So nothing changed here, right? Next up, we have the M or multi-line flag. Multi-line flag allows caret and $regex operations on strings that contain multi-line or /n characters that would otherwise fail. As example, we can consider the cap or caret character in regex, which has a special meaning like clean star and dot. And this meaning is it matches following characters only if they are in the start of the test string. In other words, if you have an essay and you want to write a regular expression that matches all lines that start with the word the, you would write a regular expression like /caret there. Now, a search with such a regex would only work for the first line and not any other lines in essay that start with the, unless, you guess it right, you use a M or multi-line flag. Similarly, dollar is used to match the characters or words only if they appear at end of the test string, which can be a multi-line test string, but in this case, it would only work for the last line without multi-line flag. Yes, it would jump past the new line characters and match the last word in the entire multi-line string. But if you introduce the multi-line flag, then this behavior changes and it would match end of line characters of each line. Caret and dollar are collectively called input boundary assertions. We'll look at them in detail later on going forward in the next video on assertions because they are what is formally known as assertions. But first, let's go to the regex website and try this out. So here I'm going to say the and introduce the lazy dog, the lazy fox, and you can see it is not matching this the even though it is at start of the line because it is trying to match the start of the entire input string only. But that can change if I go here. Let me turn off this single line. We don't need it anymore and select the multi-line, which also mentions these two assertions. Okay, and now you see it started matching start of each line. Right, let's also check for the $sign, animal, and this time I say animal dollar, and it is selecting both end of line words because the M flag is set, but if I remove this, it is only going to select the last word in the entire document. And let's also quickly try it out in our regex. So I go here, those breakpoints. I say M flag, and here I say const reg with M flag equal to the and M flag for M a dogs a fox. Okay, let's do this animal thing so that we can reuse the string for both. And now I say const M flag replace result equal to multi-line for M flag dot replace regex with M flag empty string console.log M flag replace result. Alright, here we go. So let's put breakpoints here, 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 and restart. So the first one, as you can see, it replaced the in the first line only. And yes, I found the problem because we are missing the G flag here. The G flag is necessary to make further matches. So we have to use this in combination with the G flag. I think the G flag would be required here as well to make this thing work. So save, restart, and this time, yes, both the in the start of these input string are gone. Let's move ahead, and it without the M flag, it only removed the first the and not the second one. So going forward, check the dollar sign result, the end of line. So here you can see it. Oh, my mistake again. And fix this, restart. And this time, yes, both animals are gone with the M flag, with the end of line animal dollar. This and this are gone. And if we check the other one, we can see this time without the M flag, it left this one untouched and removed the end of the input string animal only. Right, next up are Unicode mode U and V flags, which instruct the regular expression parsing engine to run regular expression in Unicode aware mode. In case the word Unicode is new to you, the standard ASCII or UTF-8 character set accommodates only English alphabets, numbers, and a handful of other characters. While Unicode is a UTF-16, that is 16-bit or double in size character set, and contains characters from almost all languages and a huge range of other characters and even emojis and icons. Unicode aware mode with U and V flag allow you to set Unicode characters in your regex like \u curly braces 68 would match H as 68 is a Unicode ID for H character in English, and \u indicates special purpose for character U. The same regex without U flag would only match a string of character U repeated 68 times and not H. Makes a hell of a difference if not used with care. Note U and V are both Unicode flags where V is a new variant for Unicode and does some things differently. U and V are incompatible, but that discussion is beyond our scope for now. So let's head over to regex101 and give it a try. So if I type /u and 68, and in here, since we are not using the Unicode flag, see, if it repeated 68 times, then a match occurred. But if I introduce the Unicode flag in the mix, then it's not gonna match this string of U's, it's gonna match the H character instead. So I would like to show you the Wikipedia article on list of Unicode characters so you can find a full list of Unicode IDs with for different languages. And like this 54 is a Latin capital character T. There are others with these strange symbols with Latin small letter symbols. See, there's a ton of characters that you can work with. And the key to using this is using this /u with these curly braces for the 2-digit one. And there's another way of using just \u with code for Unicode code. For example, if I use A3 and this is a symbol, this is a Unicode ID for the pound sign. So if I paste a pound sign here, then you can see it matched this pound sign. I copied this from this list. All right. Okay, I don't think we need to spend time in the JavaScript. So let's move on to our next flag, which is the sticky flag. The sticky flag on regular expression, using this, the matching is performed starting from the last index property on regex instance. You can even set where on the target string the search for a match should begin by setting the last index property on regular expression index. Note that after a failed test operation, the last index would be set to 0. This one has a full terms and conditions type behavior for exec and test methods, which I can't cover in interest of time. But if you plan to use it, do go over the documentation available online to avoid surprises, as behavior isn't as straightforward as its siblings that we have covered. So let's go over to JavaScript. We can't try in regex 101 because there won't be a way to specify, or at least I'm not aware of a way to specify the last index there. So let's go directly to the JavaScript and implement the sticky flag. So here I'm going to declare a variable sticky regex equal to, let's call it foo slash y sticky. Now we have the last index property defined on this sticky regex variable, which we are going to set. So I'm going to say sticky regex dot last index equal to 1. So this is going to start my search from here, not from the 0 index, which would find this hash sign. So now I say sticky regex dot test and give it the sticky input string and capture its value in sticky test result. And this should give me a true or false result based on whether it found a match or not. And I'm going to say sticky test result. Before trying it out, let me do the next step as well. So I say I do sticky regex dot last index equal to 4 or 5, yeah, and do the test again. Test result 2 equal to sticky regex dot test and sticky input string and console.log sticky test result 2. All right, just to get the point home how strict this sticky flag is with its last index matching, let me also add another one just to see what would happen if we set last index to a value where the match cannot occur, like at the start of the string, for example. Okay, saving, starting, let me put a breakpoint here and bring the console. So let me also execute this line. And yeah, we can see if we set the last index to 0, we get a false on the test for regex match. And that is because our last index is set here. And with sticky flag, it is not going to look forward and try to match the string somewhere else. It is only going to do it right where the last index is, or otherwise fail. So when we set it to 1, where the match can occur, then we get a true value. And if we set the last index to 5, which is end of this string, we again get a false. So you get a sense of how strict this last index based matching is with a sticky flag. So please use it accordingly. Right, that concludes our discussion on all the flags of regular expressions. So in the next video, we are going to look at assertions, which is very important topic for regular expressions. So don't forget to watch that one. If you like this video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching.